Hey there folks, this is Ed Beard again with The Employer's Edge, and our goal for this video and our time together today is to impress upon you how you will achieve a much greater result with your leadership development efforts if you at the beginning define it in terms of an outcome, not a process. I want to thank you for joining me in the shop today. I know it's a little bit unusual, but I will connect those dots, trust me on that. I'm an analogy guy. So follow along with me here because my buddy and I are going to go fishing this weekend, and I have all kinds of equipment for that. I've got bass stuff here, I've got walleye stuff, I got catfish stuff here, I've got a lot of bait fishing stuff in the creel here. I've got all kinds of stuff it takes to be successful at fishing. However, fishing is a process, not an outcome. So if I'm going to go bring all of this and be prepared for everything, I'm likely to be successful at nothing because I haven't defined the outcome. Let me do that. So if I define the outcome in terms of, I want to catch a trout, all right, which is this stuff over here, I no longer need the walleye stuff here. I no longer need the bait fishing. I no longer need the catfish stuff. I no longer need the bass stuff. It's all good stuff, but I no longer need any of it because I have defined the outcome I'm looking for, which is a trout, right? Now I'm going to define it even further for you. I want to catch a big rainbow or German brown trout. To do that, I have to fish a river not too far from here in the morning. Because of that, my afternoon flies are out. They're no longer relevant, not a resource for me anymore. So of all this wonderful fishing stuff here and the stuff out in the shed, I am down to this group of flies right here to be successful at the outcome I want. See, I don't want to just go through the process of fishing. I want a very successful outcome. Leadership training is the same thing, or can be thought of in the same regards. Don't think of it in terms of a process, but think of it in terms of an outcome. People call us and say, send me what you have on communication training. Nothing. What do you mean, communication training? That's a process. However, if you have a leader who is not communicating with their team, and as a result the team has to react instead of plan, therefore they're getting very frustrated, they're not prepared, they're always behind on deadlines. If you want to fix that through good communication, that we have. If you have a department that is particularly sinister in their gossip and you want to put a stop to that because it's very demoralizing, that we have. We have an executive team in a fairly large organization where this executive team, they're not very well trusted. So we're not going to go through the process of trust training. There's no value in that. We want an outcome where they have developed a level of trust that encourages feedback from their team on time, accurate feedback so they can make strategic decisions to stay above the line between now and the end of the year. That's a very specific result it takes. See, that's an outcome, not a process. And the same goes for accountability training. Same goes for team training. You don't do team training. What outcome are you looking for, right? So if you approach what you do in terms of an outcome, you'll be way more successful at it. That's why we have 40 different modules that we slice and dice and pull content in from, exercises in from all these different modules. We often write content and develop exercises to meet a specific outcome. That's why we can't just send people communication training. It just doesn't work that way. This, if you approach your leadership development efforts in this regard, in terms of an outcome and not a process, you're going to be way more successful. I'm going to go catch a really big trout. Oh, and by the way, it's a long hike in there. I know that. So I'm going to need a pair of good hiking boots. Call me if I can be any help to you in helping you define your outcomes. Take care.